Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Plan B Terraform. Today we're going to try, well obviously we want to try and get Guangzhou. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. We're trying to get new Guangzhou up to population 10. So we're going to continue that with our big road here that we're trucking stuff across the planet. We would also like to head up to New Nagoya and get that one set up as well, because it's much closer to the sulfur field. So we're gonna use our existing plan to fund the expansion of our other cities. So this one is currently building roads. I would like to switch that to another supply center for now. Once we have a third supply center, I'll throw that down next to New Dhaka. At the same time, I would like to up the iron production, because right now this guy is dedicated to building even more excavators, which we'll use to set up fields for the other cities. But for now, we just need to pump out even more iron. So let's get another factory set up, which can then put out more steel bars. What I'm thinking is I would like to put it here. We got a new inhabitant! Steam achievement. It told me. You just have to believe me. What I would like to do here is this guy will suck up more ore that comes out of these guys. Oh, this needs steel bar. I'm an idiot. Excuse me. So, what uses, oh, it's factory. You know what? Go ahead and make factories out of that. We'll throw down another assembler that can kind of like steal bars from there. Put back to mechanical parts. Yeah. Pick that all up. I know what I'm doing. I'm sure people at the end of the last episode were like, "You need steel bars for the extractors." I need to pay attention more. Okay, so now we have enough supplies. Let's go back to making roads. Just for now. We could also shut that guy off at any point. But let's put down our supply depot next to New Dhaka. It looks like the closest sulfur field is over that way. So why don't we set it up on that side there. And then go back over to Nagoya and set up the road. Like thusly, and then we can connect it however we want to. And then the same thing with Dhaka. So we want to set up the road here. And then we would like to bring it all the way down here, but that's only about half the road that we need. So we'll continue harvesting concrete out here and putting that into the road construction. Guangzhou is red. Why is that? What do you need now that you're at population 4? Insufficient. What do you mean insufficient? The annual supply demand is 15. Are the trucks not producing enough now? Maybe we need more trucks. Let's boost this to 10. It was at 10 before. Oh, here we go. Annual transport capacity. We've reached 15. Okay. That's what we need to hit for Guangzhou to continue to grow. Now the demand has gone down to 14. I don't know, man. We are trucking sulfur from a very long ways away. We could consider pivoting to try and bring sulfur from a much closer field. I think the reason I was like tunnel visioned on this was because we had already set up a bunch of stuff over here. But that's fine. Continue growing the iron production. Got another factory. Let's go ahead and shut this off. Or maybe we should make some depots. But that's made from steel bars too. I think the only thing that you... Oh, factories and assembly plant. Okay. We have 4 factories, no... Why don't we build one more assembly plant? Just to have the flexibility there. And then we could go ahead and shut this guy off. Get another excavator. And then once our road is complete, we could actually just, like, delete this whole guy here. Because these guys are supplying Guangzhou just fine. Supposedly. Nope, they dropped down to 3 out of 10. Maybe Guangzhou won't be the... won't be the city that, advances faster than I think Nagoya is going to be the one to go. Like, honestly, it makes the most sense to me. We also need to get our hands on some more depots as well. Alright, we should be able to finish the road for Dhaka, I think. Or at least be very close to finishing the road for Dhaka. Ah, not quite. Alright, like... I was gonna say 6 more. What are you? Fluorite. Ooh. Ah, that's when we get into the greenhouse gases. That's kind of cool. Alright, we're just gonna chunk along for a little bit here. These guys are doing fine. Making more and more excavators. This guy's making an assembly plant. So I think we'll go ahead and switch this one over to... Well, this one should be punching out steel bars, so we don't actually need this guy anymore. So let's go ahead and delete you, and then let this guy finish. Or actually, never mind. Alright, just get rid of it. Alright, we're continuing to make excavators, and then we would also like to have an assembly plant that punches out some depots here. This is very spaghetti. How's our road production doing? We have 15 now. Oh, you can set a production limit. That's kind of cool. Makes sense. Alright, road. Let's leave the road right there. And we should have enough spare road. To you know, so we can oops. So we can adjust the roads as we see fit for transport needs. So let's go up to Nagoya up here and get our concrete production set up. I think we would like to do 1, 2, 3 output factory that makes concrete out of the sulfur. And then we put the concrete there. We put the road next to that as such. And then, oh, we need a spot to deliver to. And this is for concrete. And then we set up our delivery with the trucks. So from here to here, delivering concrete. Annual transport capacity. Oh, because they're so close. You see how much more they transport just from being like a few trucks that have to go a very short distance? I like that a lot. This is much better. What we might want to do then is, even though Guangzhou is green now, growing because of the concrete that they're getting, we might want to consider moving this guy to a closer sulfur field, like this one, which is very, very close. And we could do that now, actually. So why don't we go ahead and do that, just to make Guangzhou a healthier, stable city. So this is going to create concrete that it will take from these guys. But we need more in order to do so. I don't want to shut off this road until we've got that other place sorted out. Wow, who grew? Was it Guangzhou that grew that fast? New objective, reach a population of 100 in your biggest city. We have unlocked aluminum bars, carbon, oxygen, atmospheric extractor, and landmark tower. Oh, display a custom text in your main view. Use it to locate your various industrial sites. That's very cool. Can I just throw that down? Oh, you actually need to build the landmark tower. That's very interesting. I kind of think that's it's a little annoying because I'd be like, I'd like to just label this as like my iron production field. But it's kind of funny you also have to build it. So, atmospheric extractor. All right, Guangzhou, we just have to stay on top of what they need to continue to grow. So we've hit our supply limit. I think. But we do need to get our hands on atmospheric extractor, which takes mechanical parts, aluminum bar, and atmospheric extractor. Huh. So where is aluminum at? We have the ore finder. Are you aluminum? No, you're fluoride. I remember that. What does aluminum look like? Is it this gray thing? Sure is. That sucks for New Guangzhou because it's really far from aluminum. Oh, there's a field right there. I think we focus on Nagoya because it's relatively close. Is this working as intended? Kind of. It's just taking a while for the production to get up and running. But yeah, we need to get our hands on the atmosphere extractor, which is probably gonna have to get set up over here, and we'll have to combine it with iron from elsewhere, probably down here. Although there is this field up here, which is like all three together, which is kind of cool. Actually, we should probably do that here. So let's see. We could get the iron going. Like 1, 2. Or actually, we should. I like to set it up in threes. So you go like 1, 2, 3. Factory, which creates steel bars. Factory, which this one creates mechanical parts. And then we need more depot, which these guys should be working on down here. Like this whole thing is about making extractors and making making more depots. I wonder if I shouldn't separate these two supply lines now. I think it would make sense rather than combining them the weirdo way that I did. Just having them be their own separate functioning things. So go back to, you make extractors, you make depots, and we'll just let them run, and we'll utilize their created buildings elsewhere on the planet. Namely, all the way over here, where we can start setting up our oxygen production, or our aluminum production, which we need to make atmospheric extractor. You need 1 aluminum bar, you need 3 mechanical parts. This guy will output mechanical parts all the way over here. And then this guy will punch out aluminum bars, maybe even closer. And we can like truck it over or something. And then we'll have an assembler that takes parts. Maybe actually we could try to work this a little better rather than using a straight line. If we put the depot here and then have it output this way to this factory, and then have it output here, and then this factory makes aluminum bar? Yes, this will be perfect. So this guy will output here, this guy will output here, we'll put our assembler here, and then the atmospheric extractor will spit out, the assembler will take everything in from all of this and spit out our atmospheric extractor. It took me a while to puzzle that out, but I finally got there. All right, Nagia is growing. Nagia will also need an atmospheric extractor. But things are going pretty good. That's like my go-to phrase for when things are about to, like, go off the rails. Things are going good. Let me boost that a little bit. Give you a little more transportation capacity. Oh, I forgot about this, that I set this up over here. Do we have enough to set up this further? We don't. Not quite. Oh, they have a little windmill! That's so cool! That's it. Oh, and there's a little tower over here. That's so cool that it, like, organically grows like that. Neat! This game has an amazing soundtrack, plus the details like that are so cool. I love that little bit from the game. Very, very cool. This is going good. I'm happy with that. Nagia is still green. What's your population at? You're at 4. So this is all very key over here. So we have one depot that we could spit out. Honestly, we should probably do the aluminum ore to get that rolling. Get another extractor up there. And then we could go back to Guangzhou, but honestly, we're kind of looking to get that atmospheric extractor off the ground as fast as we can. So maybe we focus on this guy for now. And then go ahead and you will be aluminum bar. And we still need a guy to output steel bars to, and then mechanical bits. But that layout is perfect. That'll work just fine. And we've got our 3 extractors up and running. Like, we could pull the plug on this guy and move it to get Guangzhou to a much closer concrete manufacturer. But I just feel bad, like, to the population that would die unnecessarily. But maybe they don't die. Maybe they just leave. All right, we need one more depot to be able to get our atmosphere up and running. Are you guys, you chugging along just fine? Like, these are going about 1/3 as fast as they could, because the way the ratios go is you need 3 extractors to feed into 1 factory, and then 3 factories to feed into 1 assembly plant to make them go as quickly as possible. Right now we're just kind of sitting around as we're trying to get a lot of things off the ground all at the same time. But here we go. And now you will take the mechanical part. Yes! Here we go. I guess I probably should have focused on the mechanical parts first, because they're just building up inventory of the aluminum bars. That's okay. Mechanical parts will catch up eventually. Maybe. Oh, we're close. Yes, we have an atmospheric extractor. Now, where does this go? Extract oxygen and carbon from the atmosphere. Continue to produce even if one of the outposts is full. Well, let's go to Nagoya, because that's like my primary place that I'm setting up here. Go like here. So they produce carbon and oxygen. The depot can only accept... I shouldn't have put you where I put you. I think the depot can only accept 1 thing. Yeah. So we would like to accept oxygen there. And we will put the oxygen output next to the guy. The carbon is probably like extra at this point. Hey, this one kind of lucked out in that it already has a spare depot for the oxygen that we're putting into it. You will produce 12 per cycle? Is that correct? I think so. We'll see. Meanwhile, we just need one more for DACA, technically. And we did. Okay, so now we can kind of... we could pull back from some of this stuff. Or at least shut it off for now. Is there a way to stop? Because, like, I could change you to depots, which is kind of nice. Because then I won't... yeah, we'll just let the we'll let the aluminum, like, backlog just kind of fill. And then this guy will... oh, right, you can't... we can't utilize mechanical parts to make... we can't utilize mechanical parts to make depots. That's just steel. So let's make a few, like, at least one more assembly plant, if not more. Nagoya, how are you doing? Oxygen is flowing. Our population is at 8. Is it because we're not producing, like, concrete all that fast? Because our annual supply demand is... oh, it's up to 22 now. And what do you produce? You technically produce 61, but... or that's the transportation capacity. Meanwhile, this guy only produces 30 per year. So maybe we should get even more sulfur production up and running? Just to get Nagoya, like, even further off the ground? Like, we could do like this, and then one factory, which does... oh, did I grab assembler? Oops. Factory, which does concrete. Output. Concrete. And then build a little more road to connect you guys, like that. And then we go more trucking. And then what was this one at? This is also at 5. So we should be punching out concrete, like, at a ridiculous rate for Nagoya now. It's just waiting on the concrete to catch up. It's wild that Guangzhou is, like, outstripping Nagoya when it's producing concrete, like, slower? I guess it's not producing it slower, it's just, like, transporting it slower. Ah. There we go. Nagoya is green again. Growing. Fantastic. Meanwhile, I don't know what to do with you guys. You've made a couple assembly plants now. So maybe we change you to... maybe we delete this guy for now? And change you to... well, we have steel bar, and we would like an assembly plant to make even more depots, I think. I'll never hate more depots, I don't think. Alright, somebody's grown to 17. Is that Guangzhou or is that Nagoya? It's a race to see which city is better. This one's at 10. So it looks like Guangzhou is the one that's still growing. The city continues to grow. Very cool. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to this production field over here. So we got sulfur, concrete, and then we need to utilize you to make more roads. So we'll just make another road factory here, and then eventually, as this road gets built out over this way, like that, we'll be able to truck stuff over to Guangzhou from closer. Because right now, this is such a long transportation cycle that we have so many trucks on this road, we could make it much more efficient from a truck standpoint, at least. At least it's keeping up for now. The annual supply demand is 12, and this one is supplying 18, so it's barely keeping up as for now. And then we could come back to Dhaka whenever we're ready, but for now we'll stick with Nagoya and Guangzhou. We're at 14. Man, Guangzhou is growing like crazy. What is the annual output? 12? Supply demand has reached 13, so that means we need another oxygen outputter, right? So we'll throw that guy down there. The carbon is just built up. We don't have anywhere to output carbon to. I could see these guys getting in the... Well, actually, you can put a supply center touching anything in the city, I have to imagine. So I could see the, like, eventually having to, like, spaghetti your way around the city. Road production is going okay. Halfway further. Still have a couple spare trucks. Ooh, lots of excavators now. So let's see. How do we want to best utilize you? Maybe even get even more iron going? Yeah, let's come down to our original iron field down here. And so we'll try to set up what I talked about, where we can make it even more efficient. Where you have all of the outputs feeding into the right amount of... the right amount of entry points. Because this will feed into a factory, which makes steel bars. That puts out here as steel bars, which feeds into this assembler. Now the question is there a way to configure this so these guys aren't interfering with each other? I think there is, but we have to do it like this. And delete you guys. And then I need to, like, sit this one a little further back. And we don't have enough factories for this. Factories are built out of mechanical parts, so we'd need a new mechanical parts line. So this guy, whoops. Oh, cool, you can move. I didn't know that. I'm learning stuff every day. I think this factory should go here. And then we should have an output there that feeds into that third factory. It's a little tricky because it's kind of jammed in there too tightly to... I have an idea. So we are going to shift you. We're going to put a factory like, whoops. Output iron ore here. And then we're going to put another factory here that outputs steel bars. And then this should feed this like crazy. Maybe switch you over to extractor for a second. We could also switch, like, move this guy at some point and just throw down another factory Throw down another factory that could then make mechanical parts to make even more factories out of, which we do need more factories. We have 9 roads. This guy's ready to go. I think we get a little bit of a safety stock of roads before I take this assembler offline. But we can set up this delivery line real quick. It's a little annoying you can only have one delivery line at any given point. Like, I can't have 2 lines offloading in the same spot, which is the only place that we can deliver concrete to. So let's go ahead and delete this line. Okay, now pause real quick, because we have to quickly start delivering concrete from over here. So our annual delivery of this is going to be 25. Maybe we go all the way to 38. And then you need, what do you need? Annual delivery of 25, so that's a lot. We need even more oxygen output, which is getting kind of crazy. Can I put a depot just on top of something? More oxygen? And I guess we need more oxygen reclamators. I should never have taken these offline. Oh man, we need the factories as well. I guess the nice thing is we could swap you over to factories whenever we don't want to be making oxygen things. So let's pull that assembler off of there. We have, you know, a fair number of depots. Let's pull this factory just because it's kind of superfluous at this point. Like, it's building useful steel, but it's not 100% necessary. Here we go. And then you make mechanical parts to get more oxygen flowing so we can reach the next level for Guangzhou, which needs even more oxygen, which, you know, totally makes sense. More people, more oxygen needed. Because you guys together are producing 24, and it needs 25 to continue growing, demand-wise. Like, we're meeting the current satisfaction level, but that won't last for long as we don't keep up with the oxygen output. So we will tackle the oxygen problem next episode. If you guys enjoyed, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Plan B Terraform or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!